200 bucks a person. That is high cuisine.
That's great to do.
Sorry.
All right,
I know, I couldn't
we've got high temperatures this afternoon. And we're going to peak this afternoon with temps in the mid-90s. I'm going to stop right there. Yes, we've got a heat advisory west of Houston, unsafe heat. It's going to feel like it's 108 degrees, sizzling, or should I say baking. Okay, all right, I told you I was going to stop. What you should do, water, shade, and of course, listen to your body. That sounds like silly advice, but really a lot of us are kind of doing the mantra thing out there, feeling dizzy. But if you start feeling that way, you got to get out of the heat, because I can tell you personally, it can sneak up on you just like that, especially if you're out there doing anything in the garden or going for a jog. Yeah, just drink a lot of water. Watch out. Okay, this is what we got currently around the region. Nothing we haven't seen before in Houston. It's 90 degrees, right? Not news there for this time of year, 92 in Pearland, but it's not the heat, it's the humidity. In fact, when you factor in that high humidity, it feels like it's over 100 degrees right now at Hobby. It feels like 102 in Sugar Land, feels like 104 in Brenham, and those heat index levels just going up this afternoon. So basically, once it gets above, oh, look at this, 106 is how it feels in Angleton. Once it gets about 105 or higher, it gets really hard for the body's sweat to cool the body, and with time going by, you can really start to succumb to it. This is also the time of year with this heat advisory west of Houston. Houston's going to be pretty hot too, guys. Let's be real here. This is the time of year you got to think about your kids in the car. Don't forget them, obviously. And another thing, because that advice is just, it's almost, you know, no kidding. But sometimes kids can sneak into cars. You know, they're kind of just tooling around in the summertime, and they see the car in the driveway, and they can get in, then they can't get out. That's another cause of car-related heat problems. So yeah, just keep the cars locked and the keys away from the kids if they like to do that. Okay, this is the latest on City. Winds of 35 miles an hour. The system's moving northeast. It's out of our hair completely. It's going to bring some heavy rain to parts of the East Coast over the next day, as it's connected with a cool front. Now for our area, what Cindy has done is left behind a very tropical air mass. That's one reason for the heat advisories, because the humidity making it feel so hot outside. No rain on the radar right now, but when a cold front comes through tomorrow, it's going to focus all of this humidity and develop into thunderstorms. And a lot of us are going to be running to the beaches tomorrow because it's the weekend and it's hot. And the problem with the beaches is that while it will be a beautiful day to be on the beach, don't not go to the beach. Just be aware that we've got a lot of waves and currents on the beach. There's a rip current advisory. The waves are going to be rough and the currents dangerous. So if you're not an experienced surfer, just stay out of the water, or at least just go in no deeper than about your waist. 89 degrees at the beach, water temperature like bath water at 82 degrees. Okay, UV index is high. That's another thing to consider tomorrow as you're heading out, a little bit of a hazard. And we're going to see temperatures warming up to about 94 by 4 o'clock this afternoon with a 20% chance for a storm. Now this weekend, I talked about the storm chances. We've got a cool front. I say cool front. It's not really going to be cold, but it will focus the chance for some rain, sure, man. 70% chance Saturday, so eyes to the sky rest of the week. Pretty typical for this time of year, though. All
right, you know, the hot water heater at my house is broken, so I'll just go to Galveston and take a dip in the bay there.
That's right.
Thanks.
That'll work.
Speaking of hot, if you